We are feature racing at I-35 Speedway. The 8 of Rocky Rose, he gets a good start. It's the 55 of Hughes. He's on the inside of Steve Hughes into turn number 1. The 55 of Hughes, he goes all the way to the lead. It is the 55 of Hughes. He has your lead. The 8 of Rocky Rose, he's gonna drive it in deep into turn number 3. He looks to the outside. As off of turn number 4, your leader is the 55 of Ray Hughes. As the 6 of Daniel Clevenger, he now looks to the 8, to the inside of the 8 of Rhodes. That's the battle for second, the 1 of Fleetheart. He runs 4th. As off of turn number 4, your leader's still the 55 of Hughes. Second's the 6 of Daniel Clevenger. Third, the 8 of Rocky Rhodes. Fourth, the 11 of Jeremy Turner. Fifth, the 1 of Fleetheart. We are 3 laps in here at I-35 Speedway. As your leader, the 55 of Hughes, really starting to stretch it out over the 6 of Daniel Clevenger. The 8 of Rocky Rhodes still runs a solid third, while the battles for 4th, the 1 of Fleetheart. He's to the inside of the 11 of Turner, as we've got one around over in turn 3. That's the 22 of Elmer Fudd. Fudd keeps that car righted, and we're going to stay green out on the speedway. The 55 of Hughes, he's still got about 10 car lengths over the 6 of Clevenger. Those two have separated themselves from the rest of the field, as the 8 of Rocky Rhodes, he gets a little bit high over there in turn number 3. As off of turn 2, your leader's still the 55 of Hughes. Second's the 6 of Daniel Clevenger. Third, the 8 of Rocky Rhodes. Fourth, the 11 of Turner. Fifth, the 1 of Fleetheart. Sixth is the 5 of Steve Hughes. Seventh, the 22 of Flood. And then it's the 4J of Shirley Nelson rounding out your field. As we're halfway in, 6 laps in, 6 to go for the 55 of Hughes. As now the 11 of Jeremy Turner moves into that third position. He's been able to work around the 8 of Rocky Rhodes. As now the 11 of Turner just sails right off the turn 3 wall and into the berm and the fence over there in turn number 3. That car just went straight, and that will bring out the yellow flag here at I-35 Speedway. The 55 of Hughes, he works into turn 3, is off of turn number 4. We're back to green flag racing at I-35 Speedway. A good start from the 55 of Hughes. The 6 of Clevenger, he's about 3 car lengths back into turn number 1. Both the front 2 use the bottom side of the racetrack. The 8 of Rhodes, he goes to the top side. As the 55 of Hughes, he opens up the gap. It's now about 4 car lengths into turn number 3. Through turn 3, off of turn number 4. It's still the 55 of Hughes, your leader. He leads lap number 1 of the restart, lap number 8 of the race. Hughes works the low side of the racetrack, and the 6 at Clevenger, he has a good corner. He's going to close that gap up just a little bit. He drives into turn number 3. He's going to close it up a little bit more on entry. The 55 of Hughes, he gets that car set a little bit early, as now he has about 3 car lengths. He's your leader, 9 laps in, 3 to go. The 55 of Hughes, he works to the bottom. The 6 of Clevenger, he's right in his tire tracks. Is a big run off of 2 for the 55 of Hughes. Opens up the gap just a little bit. The 6 of Clevenger, he's better on entry. The 55 of Hughes is better on exit. They both work around the lap car. The 4J of Nelson, as now the 6 of Clevenger, he is right there. He looks to the inside of Hughes into turn number 1. Hughes shuts the door. Your leader still the 55 of Hughes, is now the 8 of Rocky Rhodes. He can start thinking about closing the gap just a little bit as these two start to battle. The 6 of Clevenger, again, he drives the car into the corner really deep. The 55 of Hughes gets a better run off the corner as the white flag is out. One more time around, as this one is not settled yet. The 6 of Clevenger, he goes to the top side of the racetrack. He has not been up there yet. He's going to try to find the drive off of turn 2. He's got about 1 car length between him and 55. He drives it deep into turn number 3. He looks to the top side of the racetrack. They're side by side through turns 3 and 4, is off of turn number 4. Your Show Me Vintage race feature is going to go to the 55 of Ray Hughes. Second's the 6 of Daniel Clevenger. Third's the 8 of Rocky Rhodes. Fourth, the 1 of Mickey Fleetheart. And fifth will be the 5 of Steve Hughes.
Thanks, Mary. Now my tongue's numb.
Glad I could help.
The 7 of Houston Johnson, the 39 of Chris Heitman, the 2H of John Hansen, the 6 of Lee Costner, the 62 of Dave Petty Sr., and the 99L of Billy Hoover.
Okay.
They roll into turn 3 as we're going to go green off of turn number 4. Off of turn number 4, it's going to be a good start from the 12X of Lance. He's going to drive hard into turn number 1. Your leader's the 12X of Matthew Lance. Second slot's the 7 of Dennis Fair. Third, as the 20 of Chad Fuller. He looks to the inside of the 7 of Fair off of turn 2. Give Fuller that second position. As we have issues further back in the pack, looks like the 39 of Chris Heitman is off the pace. He's going to take that car off of turn number 3. His feature's done. Your leader is the 12X of Matthew Lance, followed by the 20 of Chad Fuller, the 7 of Dennis Fair. Then comes the 97 of Houston Johnson. Is now the 2H of John Hansen is around over in turn number 2. He keeps that car righted, and we're going to stay green out on the speedway. The 12 of Matthew Lance leads. The 20 of Fuller runs second. The 97 of Johnson now runs third, followed by the 7 of Fair, the double X of Steve Tanner. In comes the 6 of Lee Costner, the 99L of Billy Hoover, the 2H of Hansen, and the 62 of Dave Petty Sr. This time by 3 laps in, 7 to go for the 12 of Lance. The 20 of Fuller runs second. The 97 of Houston Johnson. He's going to look to try to chase down the 20 of Fuller.
This is 4.
Off of turn number 4. We're 4 laps in now for the 12X of Matthew Lance. He continues to extend his lead over the 20 of Chad Fuller. Fuller leads over the 97 of Johnson. Then comes the 7 of Fair and the double X of Tanner. And the way this is working is the 12X of Matthew Lance. He's out front. Your Grand Nationals, they're running for their own win. The 20 of Fuller, he leads the Grand Nationals. The 97 of Johnson trying to chase him down. Then comes the 7 of Fair. The double X of Tanner as we're going to start stacking them up back here off of 4 positions as the 62 of Dave Petty Sr. is around off of turn number 2. That is the 62 of Dave Petty Sr.
No, I heard you.
The field works down the back straightaway. As off of turn number 4, the 12X of Matthew Lance, he will lead the field back to green. He waited a little bit. That stacked up the field just a bit, but it's a clean start. It's a good start. Your leader's the 12X of Lance into turn number 1. The 20 of Fuller runs second. The 97 of Johnson. He puts it right up against the cushion. He's going to get a run on the 20 of Fuller. The 97 of Johnson, he's going to drive it deep into turn 3. He's to the outside of Fuller for second. Johnson and Fuller, they are door-to-door off of turn number 4. Give Johnson second at the line. We are 6 in, 6 to go, halfway that time by. Now the 97 of Johnson, he's got that momentum working. He's going to start to drive away from the 20 of Fuller. A little bit of a mess back there further in the pack. The double X of Steve Tanner, the 99L of Hoover, the 2H of Hansen. They're all there as well battling for the top 5. As your leader is the 12X of Matthew Lance, 7's the 97 of Houston Johnson, 3rd the 20 of Fuller, 4th is the 7 of Dennis Fair, 5th the 99L of Hoover. Hoover and the 99, Fair in the 7. They battle into turn number 3. Fair's on the inside, Hoover is on the outside of the racetrack. Off of turn number 4, give that 4th position to the 99L of Billy Hoover. Back up front, it's still the 12X of Matthew Lance, your leader. He's working the middle to high side of the racetrack. Is off of 4. We're 9 laps in, 3 to go. Back for 5th, the 2H of John Hansen. He works his way around the 7 of Fair. He slots into that 5th position now. As the 20 of Chad Fuller slides just a bit high over there in turn number 2. He keeps that car righted, but that opens up a big gap now for the 97 of Houston Johnson. 2 more times around for the 12X of Matthew Lance. Again, just trying to work in that ULMA late model for next week here at I-35 Speedways. The 97 of his. We've got yellow out on the Speedways. The double X of Steve Tanner and the Steve Tanner and the 6 of Lee Costner involved in an incident over in turn 3. We're going to go green off of turn 4. Field works to turn number 4. We're back to green flag racing at I-35 Speedway. The 12X of Lance gets a good start. The 97 of Johnson does not. The 20 of Fuller is right there. He works into turn numbers 1. Both going to work the high side. The 20 of Fuller tries the dime in the corner, but that high side is just working too well for the 97 of Houston Johnson. Johnson going to work to the top side in 3, and 4 is off of 4. The white flag is out for the 12X of Matthew Lance. Lance leads the 97 of Johnson. He leads the Grand Nationals, while the 7 of Fair leads your Vintage Racers feature. As down the back straightaway, it's the 12X of Lance. That car looks pretty stout for next week, as off of turn number 4. Picking up your Grand National feature will be the 12X of Matthew Lance, and then winning your Grand National feature will be the 97 of Houston Johnson, followed by the 20 of Chad Fuller, the 99L of Billy Hoover, and the 2H of John Hansen. And then winning your Midwest Outlaw Vintage Racers feature will be the 7 of Dennis Fair. He'll be followed by the double X of Steve Tanner and the 62 of Dave Petty Sr. Over on the seniors, another hard-fought victory with Bo Wells and that triple nickel. How tough was it out there tonight to pick up this win?
I felt him every lap, and I seen his number on that board every lap. And I was just kind of hoping he would disappear back there. It didn't happen. And I love running with Bo. It's a lot of fun. And them young boys, they make me work, you know. And I was a nervous wreck the whole time, but it was smooth. And like Bud Wilson said, tiptoe through the tulips. So we tiptoed our butt off.
Anyone you like to thank to help you pick up the win tonight?
I'd like to thank Travis Dilley. He worked his butt off for 2 days, matching tires, trying this, trying that, and he did a lot for us over the last couple of days, and I think that's probably going to take it.
Congratulations. Feature winner tonight, the 72 of Ron Hill. Let's go. Make our way over here to the 97 of Houston Johnson, your Grand National feature winner tonight. We talked to the 7 of Dennis Fair about this, but how different was it running out there with the multiple combination of cars out there, and how much fun was it kind of mixing it up with those guys?
Yeah, it was more fun to have some more cars out there. They were real fast in the heat with the bigger tires and stuff, and it was interesting to see the comparison whenever it slicked off a little bit, and I think that's where we had the advantage with the suspension and stuff, and they had it in the heat race kind of, and I don't know, it was a lot of fun having more cars out there.
And then let's talk about that battle between the 20 of Chad Fuller and you for the Grand National feature win. Fuller had the lead early, then on a restart you went to the top side, right where you like to run, blitzed the top side and took the lead.
Yeah, I wasn't going to catch him without a caution, and I mean, I didn't think I really had anything for him, and then going into one, I think he bobbled a little bit, and I just got a good run, and after that caution, my car was better than it was before, and I mean, he's fast every week, and he's getting faster each time, so I mean, I just got to keep working, and I mean, we're close every week, so it's fun.
Anyone like to thank that helped you pick up the win tonight?
I'd like to thank my parents, my girlfriend Cassidy, Tony, Trevor, Austin, Andrew, and then McCarthy Auto Group, Coca-Cola, Shane Roach Concrete and Construction, AAA Transmission, Dennis and Bonnie Bowden, CarStar off of Metcalf, and I think that's about it.
Congratulations, that's your Grand National feature winner tonight, the 97 of Houston Johnson. And now we will work our way over here to the half crazy of John Willard. He was your makeup feature winner tonight here in the Sport Complex, and great run tonight, and you're able to pick up the win.
Yeah, we normally are running Memorial Race for a old driver of mine, Tinkers, and it's good to put one in the winner's circle for that weekend.
And tonight you've got another feature coming up tonight. What are you looking forward to in that one?
Survival. The track's really, really slick, and these front-wheel drive cars are a little wild when it gets this slick. So, yeah, we hopefully we'll stay together and won't slide into nobody, and nobody will slide into us. So, that's all I know, buddy.
Well, congratulations. That was your makeup feature winner tonight from May 5th in the Sports Complex, the half crazy of John Willard. So your leader is the 97 of Houston Johnson. He's followed by the 99L of Billy Hoover. Then comes the 6 of Lee Cosner, followed by the 2H of John Hansen.
Oh my God, that makes me nervous coming through there so fast.
As the 2H of John Hansen, he's around over in turn number 4, and now he's going to have to get in a situation where he's going to have to wait and find a way through that infield. It looks like he's just going to park it over there behind the flagpole, and he's going to wait until the 6 of Costner goes through, as it looks like the 2H of Hansen will park it, and that will end his feature here in the first ever figure 8 race. So the 97 of Houston Johnson, still your leader. He's followed by the 99L of Billy Hoover, and then the 6 of Lee Costner.
Next time, Bob. White flag next
So this time off of the figure 8 turn 4, the white flag is out for the 97 of Houston Johnson, as he has dominated this figure 8 feature so far. The battle's going to be for second between the 99L of Billy Hoover and the 6 of Lee Costner.
That's what you want to see.
So the 97 of Houston Johnson is going to work his way off through 3 and 4 for the final time, and this is where you see he's going to get a little bit smart. He knows he was catching up to the middle of the X. He slows down just a little bit, gives him a clear run, and he picks up the first ever figure 8 feature win. That's the 97 of Houston Johnson. Second will go to the 99L of Billy Hoover, and third will be the 6 of Lee Costner. So the 00 of Rick Gerard, the 0 of Dakota Gerard, they're both back underway, and we're back to green flag racing at I-35 Speedway. A big start from the 00 of Rick. He slides right up in front of his son Dakota as the 69 of Alvin Cooney. He's going to try to go top shelf again, right up against the cushion, try to get a big run off at turn 2. He's going to get it this time. He's to the outside of the 0 of Dakota Gerard into turn 3. Gives second to the 69 of Alvin Cooney. Cooney works the top side again, is now the 6 of Dave Petty Jr. He has issues further back in the field. He keeps that car in the right direction. We are one lap in the books here in the Sport Compacts. It's now the 69 of Alvin Cooney. He works to the inside of the 00 of Rick Gerard. He's to his inside quarter panel into turn 3. The 69 of Cooney. He works to the inside. He's going to try to slide up in front of the 00. Unable to make that work as he will take the lead. The 69 of Alvin Cooney is your new leader on lap number 2. Rick Gerard tries to come back on the inside here off of turn number 2. Unable to get that run as the 69 of Cooney. He's got about a car length now into turn 3. The 0 of Dakota Gerard back in third. He's now got a challenge from the 95 of Stephen Bunton. Bunton to the inside there, side by side off of turn 4. Give third. That one was too close to call up the line for that third position. As the 00 of Rick Gerard, he's keeping up with the back bumper of the 69 of Alvin Cooney. As that time the 95 of Bunton slid a little bit high off of 2. That allowed the 0 of Gerard to slide back into that third position. As again the 95 just a little bit high off of turn number 4. As it's the 0 of Gerard is a big run for the 95 of Bunton, gives him that third position. He will solidly take that third position as now the 95 again slides high, and back comes the 0 of Dakota Gerard. The 95 keeps clearing the 0, then makes a mistake and lets that 0 get right back to his inside. As off of turn number 4, it's still the 69 of Alvin Cooney, your leader. The 00 of Rick Gerard runs second. Now the 95 of Stephen Bunton third. The 0 of Dakota Gerard fourth. The half crazy of John Willard fifth. And then comes the 55 of David Miller the third. As the battle is now for fourth is the half crazy of Willard. He's to the inside of the 0 of Dakota Gerard. Gerard working the top side. Half crazy, he's working the bottom. Behind him is the 55 of Miller. He's trying to make his presence felt as well. As now the 69 of Alvin Cooney, he's starting to stretch out his lead. He's got about 5 car lengths over the 00 of Rick Gerard. Cooney works into turn number 3. As off of turn number 4, it'll be 7 laps down this time by. 95 of Stephen Bunn. He's solidly moved into that third position as the half crazy John Willard and the 0 of Dakota Gerard. They are still battling door to door for that fourth position. Willard working the inside. The 0 of Dakota Gerard, he gets the momentum on the top side, hangs on to that fourth position, is off of turn number 4. 2 laps to go for the 69 of Alvin Cooney. As this time by for fourth, it's still the 0 of Dakota Gerard. As you can throw a blanket over 4 through 6. As the 55 of David Miller gets a little bit loose in turn 1. As now the 0 of Dakota Gerard has big issues in turn 2. That allows the half crazy of John Willard to take over 4th. Here comes the 55 of Miller for 5th. As the white flag is out for the 69 of Alvin Cooney. Cooney's got a couple car lengths on the 00 of Rick Gerard. Gerard has closed it up in the last couple of laps, but he might run out of time. As we've got one more set of corners as the 00X of Kyler Gerard, he stops over there in turn 4, and that brings out the yellow flag here at I-35 Speedway. As we roll into turn 3, off of turn number 4, the green flag will come out. We are back racing at I-35 Speedway. It's the 69 of Alvin Cooney, your leader. As the half crazy of John Willard is second, the 00 of Rick Gerard, he runs third. Gerard tries to get a run on the half crazy of Willard. He looks to the top side, gives him a little bit of a bump down the back straightaway. It's the 69 of Alvin Cooney. He has set sail and run away from the rest of the field. The white flag is out for the 69 of Alvin Cooney. Second is the half crazy of John Willard. Third's the 00 of Rick Gerard. Half crazy shuts the door on the 00 and tries to hang on to that second position as the 00 gets a little bit squirrely as the 55 gets to his outside, and the 00 of Rick Gerard rolls off the back stretch, and that will, as the checkered flag, as the they roll into turn number 4. The 69 of Alvin Cooney gets a good restart, and we're back to green flag racing at I-35 Speedway. Into turn number 1, the 69 of Cooney. He has the lead as the half crazy of Willard. Tries to hold off the 0 of Dakota Gerard as here comes the 00 of Rick Gerard. He now moves back into that 4th position. The 00 of Rick Gerard drives it into turn number 3. He's on the outside of his son Dakota. As the white flag is out for the 3rd time for the 69 of Alvin Cooney. Can they complete this final lap? The 69 of Cooney, he works off of turn number 4 as the battle is for second as the 00 of Rick Gerard. He'll take that position from the half crazy of John Willard as the 69 of Alvin Cooney works off of turn number 4. This time it's true as the 69 of Alvin Cooney picks up your Sport Compact feature. Second will be the 00 of Rick Gerard. Third, the half crazy of John Willard. Fourth, the 0 of Dakota Gerard. And then comes the 6 of Dave Petty Jr. We're here with the 69 of Alvin Cooney. Alvin, another tough race tonight. You had to work for the lead this time, but you got up right against the cushion. A lot of times you don't see these Sport Compacts put cars right up against the cushion, but you got that momentum working and you pick up the win tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of throttle control because it was black slick tonight. I got fortunate. The Mustangs were, pretty powerful, and they were spinning the tires, so I was able to get around them. It was a fun race. Every caution that come out, I was like, oh, come on, this is not, no, because I thought somebody was going to get me, and I thought Gerard was going to get me that second to last one, and I was able to stay out there in front of him, and I was fortunate.
Anyone you like to thank to help you pick up the win tonight?
I'd like to thank my girlfriend. She puts up with me every night of not coming to see her, or I'm not on the phone with her. So she's like, we need to spend more time together, but I like racing and I like winning. I want to thank my sponsors, Contray Distributing, Backwoods Velocity, Moberly Auto Auction, Rick's Tire and Moberly, T&K Roofing, just everybody that, supports me.
Congratulations at your Sport Compact feature, winner tonight, the 69 of Alvin Cooney.